Hey guys, today's rib day. So I just have some baby backs getting ready to cook up. Got them all rubbed down and seasoned. Gonna let them season for about 2 hours. Then I'm gonna put them in the smoker. We're gonna use the gas smoker today. Getting warm, getting nice. Got a special ingredient in this rub today. We're gonna talk about that later. And a little bit of mustard to hold the rub. And be sure you get the membrane off the back. Take a knife, put it on the bone, pull it back, take a dry paper towel, use that as under your fingers and just rip it off. It'll come off. So that's important. So I'm going to leave these things spice up, marinate, and we'll be back. Okay guys, it's been a couple hours now, and this dry rub has had time to kind of penetrate the meat. And I want to tell you what my secret ingredient is. Today we're working with mango flavored Jello in with the sugars on these soon to be awesome ribs. A good technique to remember on ribs for me is 3, 2, 1, and that's basically for spare ribs, big slabs spare ribs. 3 hours in the smoker, 2 hours in foil, and then 1 hour back on the smoker to get a final crisp on them. Now you're gonna have to tweak that a little bit for baby backs. So probably going to be about 2.5, 45 minutes and 45 minutes, something like that. But I'll show you what I'm doing through this process. And these ribs, oh, the wind. These ribs are going to go into this Smoky Mountain, Great Outdoor Smoky Mountain Big Block Smoker. It's huge. It's sitting at right about 250 degrees. And I'll be right back to show you the ribs inside the smoker. Alright guys, ribs are in the big block smoker. As you can see, this smoker is big, and that is what is really nice about it. It's 22 to 24 inches wide. I got 2 full racks in there. Don't have to cut them up. Those are full baby back ribs with plenty of room to spare. It's 1 shelf in this smoker. So we got our smoker set up with a water pan. We've got our smoke box with hickory, loaded with hickory, starting to catch, starting to smoke. Things are perfect. Things looking really good. So we're not going to touch these for at least a couple of hours. Okay, we don't want to mess up that crust, that bark that we're going to get on those ribs. So about 2.5 hours. I'm going to come back and show you. Alright guys. Okay guys, it's been about 45 minutes now. We're cruising nicely at 250 degrees. I like to cook my ribs at 250, between 240 and 260. That way they don't turn mush at a lower temperature, and they can handle it. They can handle 250, 260, and that's where I like to cook my ribs, right around 250. So while we're sitting here and watching the smoking real nice with my hickory chips I got from our new store in town, Cal Ranch. So thank you, Cal Ranch, for supplying that hickory chunks that I was able to go out and take advantage of. Big giant bag. Thank you very much. Also want to talk a little bit about the Jello, the mango Jello and the spice rub. I'm going to go ahead and use that. I did. That should put a nice body of fruitiness in there, kind of like a wine, a body of fruit, after kind of a taste. It's not going to taste like mangoes, but it's going to have a nice fruity body. And then I turn the cayenne up a little bit to get that sweet hot thing going. So I'm looking forward to tasting these and when they come out and letting you guys know how the mango Jello worked out. So I'll be in touch throughout the cook, and I'll talk to you in a little bit. Thank you. And if you have any questions, I'm going to put the recipe to the rub down in the comments, down underneath the video, so you'll be able to take advantage of that if you'd like as well too. So talk to you in a little bit. Okay guys, it's still cruising at 250. Ribs been in there about 2 hours and 10-20 minutes, something like that. You can open up the door. The batch of smoke's done. They're looking pretty good. Looking real good, actually. Good enough to eat here. I am going to, you see they're coming away from the bone here too. Hear them sizzling. I'm going to leave these in here for another 20 minutes. And then get the fat to come off the bone here a little bit to render out a little bit. And then I'm going to put them on the foil. And I'm going to show you what they look like on the foil and then what I do when they are foiled. So bear with me, back in a minute. Alright guys, the wind's starting to pick up a little bit in our friendly town here, Sin City. I told you I'd let you know when the ribs were ready to put on the foil. Ribs are looking pretty good. They're coming away from the bone. These are baby backs. They're not going to come off as much as spares, but they're looking real good. So bear with me in a second. I'll show you the next step of how I do this. Alright guys, so I wrapped this baby backs up in foil. Kind of like a little boat out of it. Folded it up to the top. Rolled it down. Rolled this end in. So it's going to retain the steam. This end I'm not done yet. Okay, made kind of a mouth. You can see down in there. See the ribs. And what I'm going to do at this point is I take about 1 to 2 tablespoons of the rub mixture that we put together, and I put it in here. Yeah, about 2 tablespoons or so. And then usually I'll take apple juice, but since I don't have apple juice available right now, another sweet liquid will do just fine, and I have some like Dr. Pepper. I'm going to go ahead and add some of that in there. Probably about a 1/4 cup. And then I go ahead and this is all ready to go. Sealed down. Seal that back up. Bring the liquid throughout. And that's going to mix with that spice rub too. Give it a good. So let's stick this back in the smoker and we'll be ready to go. Guys, have been foiled for an hour. About 45 minutes actually. And then I took the liquid that I put in there with the spice rub and I put it in a saucepan. I'm going to use that highly concentrated spice rub and liquid as the base for a glaze. Not a barbecue sauce, just a finishing glaze. So I'm going to get these back into the smoker and I'll show you how that goes. Okay, the last 45 minutes to an hour is up. It's still kicking about 240, 250. We're going to get ready to do our last leg and we're running out of light here, guys. But these ribs are looking good. They're looking good. I don't know, the camera might make them look a little dark, but they are looking good. I'm going to put a finished glaze on them. I'm going to put them on a cutting board. You guys can see them. So stand by. Okay guys, these ribs are done, but I am running out of light. So I'm going to take it inside. Not the best lighting, but as you can see, these bones are falling off. Yummy. Just gorgeous. Let me take them aside, show you, and then I'll put them on, tint them in foil before I cut them up. Alright guys, these are the ribs. This is the final product. They're done. They're looking gorgeous. They've shrunk from the bone. You can see that. This is a nice set of baby back ribs. Got a little bit of glaze on it. Remember, we use the mango flavored jello as part of our sugars. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tint this in foil for 20 minutes. And then we're going to cut them. Ready to plate. Gorgeous. Awesome ribs. So thanks for watching. Check you guys again.